Our next presenter, Takafumi Hayashi, is about to take the stage. He will not be taking audience Q&A, but if you do have questions for him after, he's happy to speak with you one-on-one.
Hello, my name is Takafumi Hayashi. I'll be presenting our research defining baseball pitching accuracy, assessing the impact of immediate feedback on pitching precision. Let me introduce myself first. I'm a Japanese baseball researcher. I was a coach before I was a researcher. Before coaching, I was a pitcher. In 1997, I was selected for the Japanese college aid national team and defeated the US college aid. I was the closer in the championship game. Pat Barrel, who played for the Philadelphia Phillies, was on the US team. On the Japanese team, we had players like Coach Uehara, who went on to play for Boston Red Sox. After I retired as a player, I became a coach. Since 2017, I have been coaching at a college in Japan using the Rhapsody system. As a result, several players have entered the Japanese Professional Baseball League, including a pitcher who was drafted first overall. These two books are about such coaching experiences and about coaching pitchers using tracking systems. If anyone can read Japanese, please read them. In my experiences as a coach, I feel that pitchers tend to improve their velocity and quality of pitches by providing feedback on the measurement result. My coaching experience inspired me to do this research with the hypothesis that pitchers can improve their pitching accuracy through providing feedback on measurement. The importance of pitching accuracy is known empirically, but I think the data speaks for itself. This chart, which summarizes measuring four-seam data, illustrates the importance of pitching accuracy. When a four-seam fastball is thrown out of zone, runs increase. If a pitcher can throw the ball on a corner, such as outside road, runs decrease. If the pitcher throws to the middle of the strike zone, runs increase. This is well known, but it shows the importance of pitching accuracy. High pitching accuracy also reduces the number of pitches thrown, allowing a pitcher to pitch longer innings. Fewer pitches can also be effective in preventing pitcher from injury. Now let's review the research on pitching accuracy and pitching errors. Shinya and researchers reported that the arrival point of a thrown ball distributed is an elliptical shape. The direction of the major axis of the ellipse is the same as the trajectory direction of the swing of the pitching arm, and the direction of the pitching error is related to the pitching form. In addition, it has been reported that the elevation angle and velocity of the ball at least affect the vertical arrival point of the ball, and the azimuth angle of the ball affects its horizontal arrival point. Research has been done on how pitching errors are distributed and how they happen. There are studies on how to improve pitching accuracy and reduce pitching errors. Let's discuss in the next slide. To improve pitching accuracy, training methods such as practicing pitching on unstable footing with eyes closed have been suggested. In addition, Cy Young Award-winning pitcher Trevor Bauer has advocated training with one eye closed to aim at the target as an effective method to improve accuracy. However, the effectiveness of these training methods has not been thoroughly examined. There are reports that high velocity pitching ability and pitching accuracy are two separate skills with a biomechanical link. There seem to be not many methods to improve pitching accuracy as methods to increase velocity. Therefore, more research is needed on specific ways to improve pitching accuracy. I mentioned earlier that in my experience as a coach, I have found that pitchers tend to improve their velocity and quality of pitches when measured with tracking systems such as Rhapsody. The information of measurement can be provided to pitchers as feedback. There are two types of feedback in motor learning. For instance, velocity and spin rate, which can be measured with a Rhapsody or speed gun, are considered a type of feedback knowledge of result, also known as KR or KRFB. The other type of feedback is knowledge of performance, also known as KP or KPFB. An example of KP is feedback about pitching mechanics. Now let's look at the effectiveness of KRFB, which I have also used. KRFB is thought to facilitate effective external focus in motor learning. In a study focusing on handball throwing velocity, the group that received immediate feedback on throwing velocity all the time reported an increasing throwing velocity. If feedback improves pitching velocity, then could KRFB also improve pitching accuracy? Therefore, this study aimed to investigate whether providing immediate feedback on pitching errors during practice enhances pitching accuracy among male semi-professional or college-level pitchers. The next step is to move on to the methodology. The subjects of this study were 12 male baseball pitchers who were actively playing at the same professional or college level at that time of data collection. This study was conducted as a randomized control trial. These subjects were randomly assigned to two groups, the intervention group and the control group, each consisting of 6 pitchers. Now, I'll explain the experimental protocol. In addition to their regular practice, the intervention group engaged in pitching sessions with immediate feedback on pitching errors. This intervention involved instructing pitcher to aim to pitch the ball as accurately as possible to the catcher mitt set up on the outside row. Pitching practice took place once a week for a total of 5 sessions, with each session consisting of 20 pitches and a break provided after 10 pitches. During pitching practice, pitcher received immediate verbal feedback on pitching errors. After each pitch, including 2 straight line distance, horizontal and vertical, between the target and the arrival point. In total, the intervention group received immediate feedback on 100 pitches. To assess the immediate feedback effect, as shown in this table, we use pre- and post-test measurements for both the intervention and control groups. Each group pitched 10 times before and after the experimental period. I'll demonstrate how the actual feedback was provided. The pitching error measurements were conducted as shown in this video. Using a high-speed camera positioned behind the pitcher, we measured the trajectory of each pitch. The horizontal and vertical distance between the target and the arrival point was recorded as a pitching error, and verbal feedback was provided immediately after each pitch. For example, in the pitch shown in this video, we provided feedback such as there is a deviation of 10.5 centimeters. It deviates minus 10.5 centimeters horizontally and minus 1.0 centimeter vertically. In Japanese, the feedback would be something like 10.5 センチのズレです。ミットから左に 10.5 センチ、下に1センチずれてます。This is how we provide feedback throughout the session. We calculated pitching errors using the 2 dimensional direct linear transformation method. Additionally, considering the speed accuracy trade-off relationship in motor control, we also measured pitching velocity. Velocity measurements were conducted using Rhapsody, a device widely known for its ability to measure metrics such as velocity and spin rate. Based on previous studies, we adapted the metric of the area of the 95% confidence ellipse for pitching error. The pitching velocity was calculated as the average of the 10 pitches measured before and after the experiment to verify the presence of immediate feedback effects. A two-way analysis of variance, ANOVA, was conducted at a 5% significance level. I'll display the 95% confidence ellipse area for the intervention and control groups before and after the experiment in this figure. Looking at this figure, in the intervention group, that received immediate KRFB, features C, D, and F significantly reduced the 95% confidence ellipse area for pitching errors. Next, as shown in this graph, a significant interaction was observed in the two-way ANOVA using the 95% confidence ellipse area of pitching errors. Significant simple main effects were found in the intervention group, with a 95% confidence ellipse area decreasing significantly after the experiment compared to before. Additionally, significant simple main effects were observed before the experiment with the 95% confidence ellipse area of the control group being significantly smaller than that of the intervention group. Next, please refer to the figures illustrating the pitching velocities of the intervention group and control groups pre and post the experiment. As shown in these figures, a two-way ANOVA using pitching velocity showed no significant interaction and significant main effect before and after the experiment, with post-experiment velocities significantly smaller than pre-experiment velocities. I'll proceed to the discussion now. In this experiment, the intervention group practiced pitching once a week for 5 sessions, receiving immediate feedback on their pitching errors, while the control group practiced under normal conditions. Pitching errors were measured in both groups before and after the experiment using the area of the 95% confidence ellipse. A two-way ANOVA revealed a significant interaction, indicating significant decrease in the error area of the intervention group after the experiment compared to before. However, there was no significant change in the control group's pitching error area before and after the experiment. Therefore, we can conclude that immediate feedback on pitching errors improved pitching accuracy. Upon examining individual subjects, it was observed that the pitching error area of 3 subjects decreased from over 40,000 square centimeters before the experiment to less than 10,000 square centimeters after the experiment. This suggests that the immediate feedback effect tends to more pronounced in pitchers with lower initial accuracy, possibly indicating a threshold for its effectiveness. The method of using KRV to inform athletes of the error from the target and promote external focus is suitable for target aiming competition. In addition, for pitchers who had problems with pitching accuracy, the inaccurate understanding of the magnitude of pitching errors and shape of the error distribution can be improved using KRFB. KRFB may have allowed participants in the intervention group to accurately identify and correct the magnitude and distribution of errors. Thus, KRFB is a method that can be used identifying and correcting data errors. Actually, after the experiment, interviews were conducted with pitchers in the intervention group. Among pitchers C, D, and F, who originally had large pitching errors and significantly improved their pitching accuracy. Pitchers C and F mentioned realizing during the session that their aiming techniques were incorrect. Additionally, pitcher D stated that during sessions, he noticed that the distribution of his pitching errors was not aligned with the long axis of his arm. Subsequently, these three pitchers each made adjustments, such as directing weight transfer towards the catcher, increasing the overall speed of pitching form, and pointing the two downward when raising the lead foot quickly. The immediate feedback on pitching errors provided in this study may have promoted pitchers to gain accurate perception and insight into their pitching accuracy, leading to adjustments. Furthermore, the risk of negative effects on learning due to sparse processing of intrinsic feedback caused by frequency KRFB may have mitigated by delaying feedback by approximately 40 seconds from the time of pitching, allowing pitcher time to accept the intrinsic feedback. Additionally, the exclusive use of KRFB without incorporating feedback that induces internal focus in this study may have also contributed to the observed effects. Next, I'll outline the limitation and suggest future discussion for our research. It is advisable to conduct research with players from a wider range of categories and age groups. The effect of modifying different pitch types and causes should be examined. Consideration should be given to the frequency and duration of pitching practice sessions involving immediate KRFB. Research should be conducted with a larger number of participants. The feedback unit, which was given in millimeter increments in this study, should be reconsidered. Let's on to the conclusion. The purpose of this study was to evaluate the effectiveness of providing immediate feedback on pitching errors, learning practice in improving pitching accuracy in same profession or collegiate male pitchers. A randomized control trial was conducted with 12 subjects. A two-way ANOVA was conducted with immediate feedback on pitching errors as an independent variable. And the 95% confidence area of pitching errors as a dependent variable. The analysis showed a significant interaction effect. In addition, intervention group indication that the 95 confidence area was significantly smaller after the experiment than before the experiment. We observed that among individual subjects, 3 subjects had a 95% confidence area of pitching error greater than 40,000 square centimeters before the experiment, but this area was reduced to less than 10,000 square centimeters after the experiment. These results suggest that the effect of pitching practice with immediate feedback on pitching error tends to manifest in pitchers with lower control accuracy, potentially indicating the presence of a threshold for this effect. This research was supported by grant in aid for scientific research C from the Japan Society for the Promotion of Science, JSPS. Here are the reference Thank you for your attention. That concludes my presentation. I apologize, but I'm not confident enough in my English to participate in a Q&A session. However, if you have any question, please feel free to contact me personally. Thank you for understanding. Thank you.